everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. We'll see the Indiana Pacers taking on the Boston Celtics. A look at Indiana's starting group. We've got George, and it's Daniels in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Kuzi, pass to Havlicek. Down low, here's Bird, and the layup is good off the glass.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Outside O'Neal, here's Daniels. Shot clock at 6. A deep 3. They grab their own miss. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Now here's George. O'Neal on the wing. Pass to Lewis. Takes a 3. Cowens grabs the board. There's the drive. Havlicek. Offensive rebound. Celtics. Pierce can't get to it.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Here's Pierce. And it's Bird missing. O'Neal passes to Lewis. George outside. And there's the screen. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Pierce popping in on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's George. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Cowens. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Boston.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Lewis. And there's a pick. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. Boston leading by 5. Here's Cowens. Here's Bird. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Here's Lewis. No points yet. George, no good. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Pierce. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Lewis. Here's Daniels. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
To the inside. Kuzi, pass to Bird. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Bird's got 8 points.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Oladipo's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Granger. Outside O'Neal. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Kuzi. Still no points. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Bird missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
So it's Boston now, after the basket by Indiana. McHale, no good. Pacers trail by 4. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And the shot goes. 10 points for him.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Fires for 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
O'Neal. Daniels passes to O'Neal. Here's Granger from the arc. They get it again. Kicks it to George. Fires in the triple. George has got 6.
George with the innate ability and sense, and he has to get it off quick.
Kuzi to pass to Bird. Here's Havlicek. George defending. Fires top of the key. Pass to Havlicek. Here's Bird from deep three-point range to the left wing. There's a screen. Kuzi to pass to Cowards. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made-for-TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Now here's Oladipo. He's scoreless. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Indiana shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Indiana making a switch here.
Number 30, Jordan McGinnis.
Pass to Sharman. Here's Bird. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by George.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Boston leading by 4. Kuzi, the pass to Bird. Out to the wing. Tipped away. George with a steal. For the finish. And the jam by George.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
Pass to Bird. The 3 is up. It's tipped. Here's Granger. And it's all tied up.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's McHale. He's covered by O'Neal. Here's Kuzi. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Sharman. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
So both teams changing it up here. There's 1:54 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Daniels. And And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston, and he makes both free throws. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. And here's Tatum. A minute 29 left to play in the first. Hits the trifecta.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Oladipo outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pacers trail by 3. Pass to Oladipo. To the middle. Here's Boosie. And the shot goes down.
Sometimes people forget about Oladipo's passing ability. That was a great dime from him right there.
And here's White. Still without a bucket. Here's Havlicek. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And Boston leads by 3. Here's Boosie. He's guarded by White. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. These are his first free throws of the game. Good on both. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around. Lots of hands were touching it.
On the court for the Pacers. So hits one and misses one at the line. Pass to White. Up again. Indiana trailing here. Oladipo, the pass to Boosie. Here's Daniels. Now here's Oladipo. Got a piece of it. Inside, White. Indiana with a rebound.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
With his feet set, Tatum's gonna make you pay.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Tatum can't hit.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Daniels passes to Boosie. And he banks in the layup. Busey's got 6 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
White, the pass to Havlicek. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the wing, right side. Pass to McGinnis. Here's Artest, hounded by Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. And the Pacers making a change here. Lewis has checked in. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. And Boston calls time here.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
White, the pass to Pierce. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Throws it up high, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Snatched away. And there's the drive, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Shot to stop the run. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
On the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to McGinnis. It's hauled in by Garnett. Celtics trail by 5. Pierce, the pass to Garnett. Here's Havlicek. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Boston again missing. Havlicek's gone 1 for 6 shooting from the field. George for 3. The shot that time not on target. Here's Havlicek. George defending. Pass to Kuzi. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the Pacers making a change here. Good on the second one. Pacers leading by 4. Here's Lewis. No points so far. Daniels passes to George. Here's Nedelicki. Just 5 to shoot. The Pacers again can't hit. Here's Pierce. He's got 5. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Pierce has got 7 points in the game. Pass to Nedelicki. Now George. 13 feet out. And Havlicek pulls it down.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that one. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. O'Neal, he's checked in for Indiana. He does not get the second one. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Bird. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. He's got 15.
And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Outside O'Neal. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Havlicek. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Kuzi. Here's Bird. George defending. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the Pacers call time here. Halliburton, the pass to Nedelicki. Now here's George. Defense right on him. And he lobs it up to the rim. On the break. Pass to Garnett. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Kuzi after the basket by Indiana. Bird passes to Parrish. Here's Kuzi. Uses the glass on the layup.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now here's Halliburton. Here's Lewis. 6 to shoot. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Kuzi. Here's Bird. And the layup is good. Bird's got 19 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
George outside. The three ball. On target from range.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Bird. He buries it from three. He's got 22.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 19-7 run. To the middle. Here's Parrish. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Halliburton, good.
There's so much about Halliburton that shows that he plays well beyond his years.
Here's Bird. 22 points for him. Rebounded by Halliburton. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Takes the three. Oh, yes, sir. Halliburton from deep.
Steady from behind the three-point line. Halliburton is someone you rely on to knock down a few threes.
1:41 left in the second quarter.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Here's Nedelicki. And he's going for the lob. Kuzi to pass to Bird. The shot's good. Bird's got 24 points.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Pass to Lewis. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Halliburton, no good. Boston leading by 6. Kuzi, the pass to Bird. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. So both teams making some changes here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Lewis. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Daniels. Here's Granger. Knocks it down from distance.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Kuzi. Here's Havlicek. Pierce, the pass to Bird. The fadeaway. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And he's got 28 now.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be back in a moment.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And it's Bird in at the 4-man spot. That's the Boston 5. Pass to O'Neal. Driving to the basket. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. George's shot is off. Boston leading by 7. Kuzi, the pass to Bird. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Lewis. Right side O'Neal. On the money from 12 feet away.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here's O'Neal. Pass to Lewis. Here's Granger. O'Neal on the wing. Here's Lewis. Here's the pick. 4-3. It's rebounded by Pierce.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Pierce. 9 points in the game, and down it goes. 2 points. And now a 10-point Boston lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
To the inside. Here's Bird. Another shot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Daniels. He's got 15. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
And he sinks the second. Celtics lead by 12. Pass to Bird. Here's Havlicek. George defending. And he lays it in on the break. George has got 14.
Hustle plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
To the paint. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Lewis passes to Daniels. Here's Lewis. Here's O'Neal. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. O'Neal's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Pacers trail by 12. Outside O'Neal. George left side. Back to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Here's Lewis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pass to Cowens. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, look at this. I mean, points off turnovers. So aggressive, forcing the other team to make mistakes, and it's really paid off.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Bird. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. Bird's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Now here's O'Neal. He's got 6. These are his first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Second team foul.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Bird. And again, Boston with the triple.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops the first. And that's good as he hits both shots. Boston leading by 16. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bird. Offensive board. Pierce, the pass to Bird. Sinks it from distance. Bird's got 40 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
So it's Boston now. The Pacers making their last shot. Pass to Pierce. Launches it. Rejected by George.
Known as a tough defender, George, so good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Here's Pierce. He's got 9. Here's Bird. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 15. Pass to Lewis. And he lobs it up top. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Here's Havlicek, and he lays it up and in. Havlicek's got 7 points.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Here's McGinnis. Boston pulls it in. Pass to Kuzi. Here's Havlicek. He has 7. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Victor Oladipo is checked in for Lewis.
Substitution on the court.
5 to shoot. Here's Havlicek. The Pacers pull it in. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oladipo outside. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. 17 points in the game.
And George has been assertive in this one, shouldering the load offensively.
Here's Havlicek. Shoots over George. A nice shot by Havlicek. And Boston leads by 16.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now here's O'Neal. 12 points for him. Pass to George. From deep three-point land. Here's McGinnis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. And he makes a first. And the Pacers making a change here. And so he hits both. Boston leading by 14. Pass to McHale. Down low. Here's Kuzi. And there's the rejection. Here's Boosie. 6 points for him. George outside. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Boosie. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Busey's got 8 points.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Pass to Bird. Lets it go from deep. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Boosie. George outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Boosie. Give him 8 points now. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Here's Bird. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Bird's got 42 in the game.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Here's Boosie. Pass to George. There's 1:12 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Havlicek's shot is off. Pacers trail by 14. Now here's O'Neal. He's got 12. Granger, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Bird. He's got 42. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzi. Indiana with a rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. From 7. And off the front iron, and in it goes. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Let PG get the ball inside at your own risk. He's going to punish you there.
Here's Kuzi. McGinnis with a rebound. Here's Boosie. George outside. From deep. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Boston going into the break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Pierce can't get to it.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
McGinnis, the pass to Lewis. Here's Nedelicki. Banked it in off the glass.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Kuzi. And the layup falls. And Boston leads by 12.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And he trims the lead to single digits. George has got 11 points here in the second half.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into his shooting pocket and finishes it off with confidence.
Parrish, the pass to Sharman. Deflected. And they're pushing it up. He launches a 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
What a nice attribute to have with your wing player being able to operate and control the offense. That's what PG can do.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Here's Lewis to the inside. Here's George. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Kuzi, the pass to McHale. Pass to Parrish. Here's Sharman. George defending. Sharman can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 6. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. George with it. Fires high post. And no good.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Lewis to the paint. Releases. Got a hand on it. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Pierce. And it's off from 3-point range. Pacers trail by 6. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Smits. Boston pulls it in. Garnett's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kuzi. The 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. Here's Nedelicki. It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Smits can't get it to go. Celtics lead by 6. Here's Kuzi. Pass to Garnett. Here's Parrish. Here's Sharman. George defending. To win the drought. Sharman can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Pacers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Nedelicki. Back to George. Pass to Lewis. Wing shot on the way. Rebounded by the Celtics. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Garnett. George with a steal. In transition, here they come. And he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot. That one's off. Got a line change here for Boston. And the second free throw is good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
Timeout.
Leading by 5. And Boston calls time here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for the Celtics had some instruction for his guys during the break. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
And Allie, thanks.
Yeah, elevating his playmaking skills over time. Tatum is a winner who enjoys setting up his teammates.
Boosie. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Boston leading by 6. Pass to Bird. Outside Tatum. Here's Bird. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. Here's Boosie. Here's Granger. Now O'Neal. Here's Granger. 5 on the clock. Right wing. Pass to Boosie. Here's Artest. Hounded by Tatum. The offensive rebound. Here's Daniels. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
O'Neal misses. Boston leading by 4. The kick to Tatum. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Pass to Boosie. Outside O'Neal. They set the screen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's White. Takes it inside. First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. White hits them both. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Lewis. George, right side. Cowens grabs the board. Cowens has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Pierce. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. The rebound, Celtics. Havlicek's got his 4th rebound in this one. A nice shot by Cowens.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
George, good.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's White into the lane. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. Second free throw, no good. Pacers trail by 8. Pass to George. Cowens grabs the board. Fast break, here we go. And it's Bird missing. Inside. Here's Granger. Boston pulls it in. Bird's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Pierce. Outside White. And he converts the layup. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And the Celtics making a change here. George passes to Lewis. To the middle. Here's Kuzi. And that one drops for him. And now a 12-point Celtic lead.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Drains the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Havlicek passes to Kuzi. Here's Bird. He gets it in there. Bird's got 44.
He gets the upper hand and lays it in. Defense needs to toughen up.
O'Neal passes to McGinnis. Kicks it to George. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Pass to Bird. Lets it go from 11. McGinnis with a rebound. McGinnis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. O'Neal, and he drops in the layup off the glass. O'Neal's got 14 points now in the second half. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And he gets the bucket. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter here. Rangers gone 5 for 10 shooting tonight. Pass to Kuzi. Here's Cowens. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Good on the first. And that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. And it's a 9-point game here. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. And the basket by McGinnis. Boston on offense. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Pass to Cowens. Here's Havlicek. George defending. Shot clock at 6. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game. And
so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they have